Hello my friend, welcome to my channel. I'm Aimee Esther, and today I want to share with you the answer to many questions that you guys sent in to me about pain and pregnancy. I live with multiple chronic illnesses. You can learn about them in the links below. Many things wrong with my body, yet I have been pregnant multiple times. I have 2 children and 1 on the way, 39 weeks as I'm filming this, so we are almost there. We're a week away from having this baby, and I've been getting many questions about pain and pregnancy, and since I'm only pregnant for around 1 more week, I thought I gotta do this video before I forget what it feels like to be pregnant. So I had many questions come in, more than I expected, so part 1 today of our Q&A is going to be mostly about the pain in pregnancy. The next one's going to be about my specific chronic illnesses in pregnancy and if they cause me any problems and issues with the baby, labor and delivery, all of that stuff we'll talk about on the next one. Now, before we get started, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. Please talk to your doctor before you do anything, get pregnant, or whatever you want to do. Just talk to your doctor first, as well as I want to say everyone's different. My experience with POTS in pregnancy and fibromyalgia in pregnancy and the other things that I have in pregnancy is going to be different than everyone's. I'm just sharing my experience. Okay, so we had many questions along these lines, so I'll just read this one, but there's many that were similar. Could you talk about some of your pain and pregnancy, and has it worsened for you? So yes, my pain is worse when I'm pregnant. It is. I mean, people who don't have chronic pain have pain in pregnancy. It's just kind of a part of what it is, and it sucks and it's hard and it's kind of miserable for 9 months, but then you get through it and your body will heal. And maybe there are things that might be lasting after pregnancy. I can't speak for anyone except myself, but for me, it's definitely worth it to go through those 9 months. And even though it is very painful, this pregnancy in particular has been the most painful. I have had 3 babies now, and this one has been by far the hardest, the most painful. I've been the most emotional as well. Like, I feel like in all the ways it's been harder. I've also had 2 kids to take care of. My oldest has not even turned 4 yet, so I'm having 3 kids under 4. So it's a lot. So what do I do about that pain is your question. So I'll go through each individual, like the main pains that I have, but in general, I just rest a lot. I don't plan a lot of things. I don't go on vacation. I don't plan to take my kids out to the amusement park. I don't do much, okay? And it makes it a very long 9 months. A very long 9 months. But I just know that I can't. And I know that it will be worse tomorrow if I go out and do something big today. So I'm home a lot, and I don't put high expectations on myself when I'm pregnant. I just assume it's going to be 9 months, that I'm in bed a lot, and we're just kind of making it by. But it's worth it to me. So let's go through a few more specific pains that I have. So I have a lot of pelvic pain. This one, like I said, has been the worst, but I have found some things that help, and one would be yoga. I've been doing pregnancy yoga. I try to do it every day. I'm not perfect, and I just found some yoga videos on YouTube. I just typed in, 3rd trimester pregnancy yoga, and somebody has made a video on it. And so I've been doing that a lot, or I'll even look up a video for my specific pain and say, like, pregnancy, 3rd trimester lower back pain. Someone's made a video on some stretches or some yoga you can do. But I do have one specific thing that has helped me, which is called the Miles circuit. It's 90 minutes. It's 3 different exercises, and it's actually pretty calming. It's not the most comfortable thing I've ever done, but that has helped me the most with my pelvic pain. Anytime it gets really bad, I do the Miles circuit that night, and it feels significantly better after. Another thing that has helped a lot is going to the chiropractor. Actually, just went yesterday. I'm having a lot less pain today. Now, I see an upper cervical chiropractor, but my chiropractor is trained in prenatal care, and so he does a little bit of extra prenatal stuff as well as upper cervical adjustments, which help. Kind of another thing, that's another story for another day. But I go and get both of those adjustments while I am pregnant. And a few other things that help with my pelvic pain that also help with lower back pain, just kind of general pain of baby is taking baths. I've been taking a lot of like Epsom salt baths, or I sit in the shower. So I'll sit down and just let the shower hit me and hit my belly. And also with those kind of pains is just changing a lot. If I lay down or sit in the same spot too long, my pelvic pain is way worse. If I'm not moving too much, it's way worse, but I have to kind of change it often. Another pain that I get is like neck, shoulder pain, and migraines. They kind of all come together. So of course, massages and the chiropractor. Those are like the two that make the biggest difference for me. Those are things I do when I'm not pregnant, still work when I'm pregnant. I also do have a prescription for a migraine medication that my doctor gave me. It's basically Tylenol mixed with caffeine, and I think there's one other thing in there, like a little cocktail. I try not to take that too often, but if I have a really, really bad migraine, I will take that my doctor prescribed me. But the most for my migraines is my upper cervical chiropractic adjustments, which I've been doing long before I've been pregnant. And you guys, it's been holding for longer than it ever has, which is very exciting. So hopefully once the baby's here, it will keep holding. I'm going to try to be careful with it, but that has helped a ton with my migraines just in general. Oh, and then also ice. So relief packs, I will link them down below. My favorite of all time for migraines or pain, they are the best ice packs you will ever try. They're not ice, I think they're beans, but they're just the perfect temperature. I could talk about them forever. You need them, okay? I don't make $1 with them. I should. But for now, I don't make any money with them, but I do love relief packs so much. I have multiple, switch them out, game changer. And then next, muscle pain and fatigue. I have a lot of muscle aches in general. They are much, much worse when I'm pregnant. Sometimes I seriously feel like I cannot get off the couch. I have done, by the way, a couple of like day in the life vlog style videos where I took you along my day. You can kind of see like what I do day to day. It's not exciting. It's not fun, but if you're really wanting to see kind of what it looks like, I will link those videos down below. But it's kind of the same things we talked about. Changing what I'm doing a lot. The salt baths, Epsom salt baths, and lots of rest. Just giving my body rest, not pressure myself into doing more than I need to, or telling myself I should do more, whatever. Like, no, it's fine. I can just lay here for 9 months and I'll be just fine. So that was like the main question I got, is how do you deal with pain and pregnancy? So that was kind of the main thing. A few other specific questions. Are there any exercise you've been doing or tips on how to function with POTS while pregnant? So I talked about the mile circuit, random yoga videos that I find on the internet. And then when it comes to just functioning with POTS, I have lots of videos on my channel about cleaning with chronic illness. Again, I made a lot of those while I've been pregnant, and so those are really good options for just kind of daily chore stuff. I'll link that playlist down below. But also I would just say listen to your body. Like when I'm pregnant, actually all the time, but especially when I'm pregnant, I just listen to my body. There are times where I'm laying down, but my body is aching to get up because of my POTS. And even though I'm having a lot of muscle aches and pelvic pain from my other problems, my POTS is telling me, Aimee, you need to get up. Because with POTS, if I lay down way too long, then I feel a lot worse. So there are times where I feel kind of antsy to get up. I almost feel that like restless leg syndrome type thing. And I feel like I need to get up. And so those are the times where I just do it. I just do a simple yoga. I kind of force myself to do it. I might be in a lot of pain while I do it, but it helps my POTS symptoms. And so really it's listening to my body and what is screaming at me the most. If it's my mental health and I'm going crazy because I've been inside for 7 days straight and I haven't left my house, I might have to just buck up and take extra pain and go out on a little walk or run to Target for a minute or run to a friend's house because I'm going crazy. So I kind of take what is the worst pain right now, not even what feels the worst physically, but what is driving me the craziest. Is it that I need to get up and exercise? Is it my mental health? Is it my pelvic pain? There's always something that kind of is the most annoying. And so I kind of just listen to that. And because when you're pregnant, so many things are going on, you just don't know, right? What is the problem? You just have to take one thing at a time, especially if you live chronically ill. And I think I had another question about stomach issues. How are your stomach issues while pregnant? and how do you deal with them? So again, it's like I gotta listen to what's most important to my body. And most of the time when I'm pregnant, it's Aimee, you gotta eat food right now. Like, we're not on a specific diet. We just can't do that mentally. I can't handle it when I'm pregnant most of the time. It's a little too much for me. So I let that go and I say, you know what, my stomach's going to hurt a lot more while I'm pregnant. Maybe some of my other symptoms will get worse because I'm not eating the things that make my body feel the best. But if I don't, then my body suffers and I'm not getting enough calories in my day. I'm having my blood sugar drop. I'm having different issues that are more harmful to my baby. And so to me, it's, hey, I know I don't have anything that's going to kill me. If I eat, bread while I'm pregnant, it's not going to kill me. It's going to give me an extra stomach ache. It might cause me some inflammation, but you know what? It's not harming my baby like not eating anything because I cannot stomach anything right now and I'm so nauseous and I'm just kind of feeling miserable and I don't want to eat anything right now, but hey, I could force myself to eat a piece of toast while my body's telling me, Aimee, you need to eat right now. Even though my stomach doesn't even want to keep it down and the rest of me might not feel that great after. I just have to take what's most important at that time. And maybe that's not the best advice. I don't know. Maybe your doctor would recommend something differently. Maybe that cool YouTuber who posts all the super healthy meals and how they never eat anything that has ever had a GMO or any preservative or whatever. Maybe they have a different thing to say and you're welcome to listen to them. It's just my story. I just have to take care of what's screaming at me the most, and baby is most important. So for me, I just let my stomach issues go. I just don't care when I'm pregnant, honestly. Yes, there are days where I get to the end of the day, I'm like, why did I eat that? I know I was craving that and it wasn't good for my stomach and it didn't feel good and I shouldn't have eaten that or whatever. I have days like that. But overall, I'm just like, I'm pregnant. This is 9 months. I can handle this pain. I can handle the extra nausea. I can handle the extra stomach pain. I can handle feeling extra bloated even though my belly's already huge. And I just kind of go with it. As for my actual stomach pain and how it is while I'm pregnant, the same, I would say. Maybe worse, obviously, because I'm not eating quite as well. But based on the way I'm eating, I would say nothing's really changed except that I have a bigger appetite when I'm pregnant. I had almost no appetite before I got pregnant this last time. I am just nauseous the whole pregnancy, worse during the first trimester. I'm nauseous the whole time. I always get a stomach ache every time I eat anything. It doesn't matter if it's a high inflammation food or not. I just always have a stomach ache. So none of that has really changed. I wouldn't say it got worse. I will tell you, my last pregnancy, it got better. I don't know why, but my last pregnancy, by the end, I felt like my stomach pain was significantly better. This one, it feels just the same as it always does. And I'm 39 weeks, so we only have a week left, and my stomach pain is still feeling just about the same. All right, let me run through my questions one more time, make sure I didn't miss anything. But this is just going to be part 1. There will be a part 2 of this Q&A. I'm going to actually answer one more here that kind of is more in this realm of questions, which is how do you keep up on motivation when you feel worse than normal? I guess I did kind of already answer this, but I don't. I let myself relax. I let myself do what my body needs. And guess what? When I tell myself, you don't have to do anything today, Aimee, I actually want to do stuff. I've gotten way more videos done than before I was pregnant. I have been getting way more work done outside of just making YouTube videos and my podcast than before. And it's because I don't tell myself, Aimee, you have to do something today. I just tell myself, I want to make my kids food today. And some days I don't. And we eat mac and cheese 3 days a week and it's fine. And they're just fine, right? I don't tell myself, Aimee, you have to do these things. You have to make a YouTube video. You have to do this thing for your kid. You have to take them out to the park. No, they'll be just fine. I can call someone to help me if I really want them to go, but they will be fine. I will be fine. I love them. I care for their needs. And the rest, it's like I'm just doing the best I can. And some days are better than others. Some days I get a ton done. Some days I get none done. And it's all okay. It all evens out. I'm still a good person. It doesn't change my worth or my value in the world or how good of a mom I am based on how many times I take my kids out this summer. No, we've been home a lot and it's been fantastic and my kids have loved it and they've never complained one time and we're just fine. But if you want more about that kind of stuff, head to my podcast because I talk all about like mom guilt and things like that. So the podcast is for you if you need help in that area of your life. But that was part 1 of this Q&A. I will see you on the next video for part 2, where I'll talk specifically about my chronic illnesses and how they affect my baby, my pregnancy, postpartum, labor and delivery, all that fun stuff. So make sure you're subscribed and I'll see you on that one. Bye!